Hi everyone, how are you? I hope you're all well. Some of you might remember this witch hat statue from last year. I love Halloween decor. I love Halloween costumes, but to me, I just kind of feel like it's the way we should dress every day, especially the witchy stuff. I love the witchy stuff. You might have been able to tell that. So, we are here at part, I want to say 18. Are we at part 18? I think we actually are. Yes, we're at part 18. So, when part 17 loaded, it did this weird buffering thing, and a lot of people couldn't get it to come out of the buffer. So I quickly, somebody let me know right away. Thank you so much for doing that. And so I didn't delete the video, so I still had it to re-upload. So I just re-uploaded, and so you'll see two things that say part 17. The thing is that for some people, the first run is playing, and I've got a good comment section and conversation thread going there. And the second time I uploaded it doesn't seem to have any problems, and again, we've got a good conversation there. So I'll probably label it 17A and 17B when I'm done here, so you'll understand kind of what that is. Just because I just don't want to delete the comments in the conversation. You guys are so good about conversing with me. I really appreciate it. That's the way to help my channel grow. I truly am grateful for your time and your interest in finding out the truth in what is going on behind the scenes as well with my crystal ball. And look at this one. Is that not the cutest? I found this one at a Dollar Tree in Wisconsin. It seems to me that different Dollar Trees have just enough of a difference between stores that you'll find something that you don't find somewhere else, but there was just one of these. So it's kind of like how I love this. I'm so glad I got this. And then this other fortune teller one is a little bit different than the one that I used for last night's decor. It doesn't have the eyeball looking at you. So maybe that's good. But it's just so cute. Look at this vampire venom. Full moon transformation tonic. Mummified bones. It's just cute, I think. So that you have something to look at if you are watching here while I read these court documents. So, without further ado, we are still in Amber Stavig's declaration, where she put forth her exhibits, as she put forth basically the case, and that's where I ended up having a lot of duplicates and finding out a lot of things that should be there that aren't there, and that are not showing that they're there but are there. This is, I've never seen anything like it. It is just so convoluted because of the nature of Katie Joy's, she's like the Wizard of Oz. Don't look behind that curtain. Don't look who's there. Because she talks a big game. No different than her lawyer. Maybe that's why they get there. Because she wanted to be a journalist. She says that. And there's no reason that she can't be an actual journalist. Many people still manage to be a mother and have a job that they love. And the way that she talks about that she can't be a journalist because of her medically fragile child, it's not true. And she shouldn't put that burden upon him that her dreams are somehow squashed because of him. That's a total narcissistic move. And I found it very interesting when I peeked on her Instagram how she has a technique for dealing with narcissists, which is Darvo. It's a concept in how to argue and win with a narcissist. there's another channel that put up the Darvo concept last year. And so I know that she swiped it from them because I saw it and I've commented on it. And so to see her putting it up, it's like, yeah, you know how to argue with a narcissist because they're your sources. They're the people in your head. But as things come down and you pull that curtain and you see that she's the Oz, she's just a person who was talking a big game, and she's talking gossip and acting like we're at a slumber party and just to be nasty, and she comes off as very jealous of women who engage with their children and have multiple children. And I think that that's going to become more and more obvious. She could go and maybe go to college and learn how to be a responsible journalist. Maybe that would work. Or just learn from her mistakes and stop continuing to make the mistakes. I think that's the biggest thing, is that once you've made a mistake, our human nature, if you are a mature adult, you learn from your mistakes and you go forward not making the same mistake again. A person who makes the same mistake over and over again expecting a different result is the definition of insanity, basically. So I see this for what it is. I don't know if it's all of my balls that I have around here, but I see her as a fraud, and I think that it's time that the truth is revealed. And believe me, I know so much more than I say. So here I am. You can see my reflection in there. I am shaking up my inhaler. Puffing on my inhaler once again. So let's just keep finding the truth, and let's keep figuring out how this got so out of control and how she has such a big following and why people have came to trust her and see her as an authoritative source when what she's saying isn't true, and she's not finding it in ways that are responsible, in ways in which a real journalist would. A true journalist earns their reputation. And a true journalist can go and get the interviews of people who know them and know of the journalist and know the journalist's work and trust them, and they will give them the story. That's how true journalism in its very art form and craft is supposed to be. It's not supposed to be that she just blabs and makes inferences, and people who don't know how to critically think buy it. It's cheap. It's cheap. It's lies. It's not truth. And I don't know. But this plug-in, I've got to go and get some more refills. The wallflowers. Have you guys went to Bath and Body Works this year? This one is from last year, but I'm glad I got it. Because even the side windows are pretty. And look at this. It's like it's a play on an old Victorian. It's haunted. I just love it. And then just the detailing is so amazing. I bought a lot of decor. I bought a lot of things to decorate my home with from Bath and Body Works. Our home was being built during the pandemic, and we live rather close to a Bath and Body Works, and kind of like the same as Dollar Trees, each Bath and Body Works will have a little something different than the next, and so I just bought a lot of stuff. So then it's just fun for me to set these little things up for you, and I hope that you enjoy them as well. Okay, so I'll turn on the light here. Now, what we have here is we have Exhibit H from the Amber Stavig declaration. I think it was a declaration. I don't think it was a deposition, but it might be her deposition. We'll have to see. I need to go back to the original page, but anyway. She puts forth another one of Katie Joy's posts. And she has this right here. She put this picture up and it says, official statement from Daniel and Chloe Joseph. Robert Shin's daughter and son-in-law leave 7M. Why is she so interested in what other people do? What other families are doing? What other really attractive, well-off people are doing? Who knows? So anyway, let's see. I'm going to try and put a light on. Oh, there we go. I did have it on. Oh, here we go. So this is what Katie Joy put, and this is one of the things that is in litigation. Katie Joy wrote, Chloe and Daniel Joseph have left Shekinah Church and 7M. Chloe is Robert Shin's only daughter. She's beautiful. She and Daniel have been married for more than 7 years. Daniel Joseph had been with the church since around 2000. He had been separated from his family for 7 years before his sister came to Without a Crystal Ball for help to reunite with her brother. Okay, so this is where she is saying that this person came to her and said they need help around the year 2000. Wait. Daniel Joseph had been with the church since around 2000. Okay. He had been separated from his family for 7 years before his sister came to WOACB for help to reunite with her brother. What? So she is straight up saying this. She's straight up saying that is her source. I have heard of these things. I did not think that I was going to be able to see it as clearly as I am. And I'm glad that I can go back and see things like this so that I can really look at this for what it is. So let's write this down. She is saying that his sister, so Daniel Joseph had been with the church since around 2000. Okay. And she's saying that Daniel had been married to Chloe, Robert Shin's daughter, for 7 years. So Daniel had been with the church since around 2000. And we're talking, this was back in, so last year. So we're saying that Daniel Joseph had been with the Shekinah Church for 22 years. And he had been separated from his family for 7 years before his sister came to Katie Joy for help to reunite with her brother. Okay. So she's saying that Daniel Joseph's sister came to Katie Joy for help to reunite family. Oh, so now Katie Joy is an expert in family reunification and because she is so close with her family. I mean, she's not secretive about the fact that she has ostracized herself from all of her family. Why would this be true? Sometimes I have to look at what she says and say, could this be true? Yeah, it could be true. Why would it be true? What would make this person think that they could go to her? Well, that's where I end. I don't know why somebody would see her as this beacon of hope to reunite a family. Well, let's just keep breaking it down step by step. That's the only way any of this is going to make sense. And again, just like in the Watts case, I tried my best to make sense out of nonsense, and I did my best. Got all of the court documents, broke it down in all of the different ways in which I could, made several pose scenarios in which it could have went down, and then I had to say, you know what? I've done all I can, and walk away. But right now I'm deep in this rabbit hole. So, Katie Joy is talking as if she has a company herself. When she's saying this, she talks in third person, and it's kind of like Blowjob Betty, kind of the way that she talks. Blowhorn, billboard. I don't know, Betty. Whoops, silly me. It's her. It's not W-O-C. So why doesn't she say, his sister came to me and asked me for help? Why can't she do that? Because she's freaking weird and she doesn't do that. Okay, there you go. I made sense out of nonsense. I had to talk to myself. Works for her. Okay. It seems our message, who's our? It would be hers. Why is she talking like she has a turd in her pocket? It's her and the turd in her pocket? She's not alone? Oh my God, this woman. Okay, all right, here we go. It seems our message sent to Daniel by Leah may have helped the family reunite. Oh, really? So now we're looking at her as she reunited a family. And I mean, are they going to start inviting her to their family reunions now? I mean, are they going to go to Good Morning America and talk about how wonderful it was that she did this work for them? Yeah, I don't think so. So we're going to put this in our thing where we're going to figure this all out, because we're going to say the sister's name is now Leah, because now that the statement broke down, we know that this is a person named Leah now. And we're going to have to keep it straight like this, because it's the only way to make any of this make sense. Okay. She's now saying in that sentence, so let's just break this down. Because it says, it seems our message sent to Daniel by Leah may have helped the family reunite. Daniel and Chloe have cut ties from the church and 7M. So is she saying now that, she made all of this happen, and so now she is single-handedly ruining Robert Shin and the Shekinah Church's whole empire, and now she's messing with their interpersonal family relationships because she is the great Oz and can do all of this. Right. Okay. Sure. This move is enormous, as Daniel was number 2 in the organization to Robert. Obviously, Robert's own daughter leaving is an enormous blow to the church. Daniel served as a mentor to the dancers, produced their content, and managed the dancers who performed with the LA Clippers. Daniel did most of the work for the group. Here is the statement they provided to exposing 7M. Though we prefer for our personal lives and business to be private, period, we understand there is a lot of interest due to the recent media coverage regarding 7M Films. Since it has been made known to us that people plan to report on our personal situation without having spoken to us, we are making this statement to set the record straight, and it is our only statement on the matter currently. Okay. At the beginning of May of this year, we parted ways with the Shekinah Church and have no business with any company connected to the church or its associates. We also parted ways with 7M Films Management at the beginning of May of this year. We have no business with 7M Films, its associates, or its clients. Okay. Now, this was cut off, and the way that this goes is the exhibit was H, and we're going to go over here to the other part of it, because this is still all one, even though it was 2 pages. And it says here, so it ended with the word clients. Okay. We have not spoken to any media outlets on the matter, and any reports claiming to have spoken to us are falsely reporting. We ask for respect and privacy at this time for us and our families. Thank you, Daniel and Chloe Joseph. Okay. So this could have been what she put on her TikTok or Insta. And then Katie goes and takes it and puts it together like this to act like that was a statement sent to her. She's the master of illusion. There's nothing saying this was sent to her, but she's acting as if it was sent to her at WOACB, like it's, WKRP in Cincinnati. I mean, she's now, I'd love to know how she came up with this title without a crystal ball. So it doesn't seem like she's that creative. So then somebody who thinks that, obviously, that Katie Joy is the authority asks her, wasn't Daniel also the one that ran the video shoots, filmed them and all? And then the other person says, just a thought, wondering if Robert is doing damage control with all these people leaving that he totally forgot to send their info to your attorney. I'm sure he must be scrambling. LOL. Sorry, Robert. What? This doesn't even make sense. Just a thought. Wondering if Robert is doing damage control with all these people leaving that he totally forgot to send their info to your attorney. I'm sure he must be scrambling. LOL. Sorry, Robert. So this must be because she was writing on, that their side isn't doing anything. And so this person who wrote this comment is saying that she's thinking that, Robert Shin must be so frazzled that he's going around and didn't do his deposition, because that's the narrative that Katie Joy is making. And because people believe what Katie Joy says, for some odd reason. They don't realize that he has attorneys doing his work for him, and the attorney is putting together a protective order, and there's a lot more going on here. But that shows that her minions, her flying monkeys, the community that she has that believes what she says, she's a freaking cult leader. I mean, in my opinion, I'm sure that she's going to try and sue me for that. But the way that she has these people blindly believing the vitriolic spew that comes out of her, that's no different than cult speak. She really puts this together to make it look like she is running a whole channel. It's like when you're little and you make a little tree house and you have your friends come up and they can be up in your tree house. She has made the illusion that she has her own little newsroom and that there's people there pecking and typing in one area and printing off the newspapers in the other corner. No, it's her sitting there staring at a screen, going and trolling everybody and taking things what they say from their own pages and cutting and pasting them onto her page to make it look like they came to her. People buy this hook, line, and sinker. Scary. Really scary. The people are that gullible. All right. Okay. Next exhibit is Exhibit I. And again, this is part of Amber Stavig's case that she's presenting, showing where the problem lies wherein, and we already know. And as you can see up here where it says it's filed, these dates are different than the dates in which these things went on, because this was a package compiled all together. And so if you see that date and you're a little bit confused because you're seeing this date on many things, it's when this whole package was refiled with other papers. And I'm doing the best I can to make sure that I'm doing due diligence to not give you duplicates. But it's not easy. Now, this one here is another exhibit, and it says, so she created this, and it says, no time or date shown, Katie lying. Okay. What is this? Okay, and it says, irresponsibility, and I read it. It says no time or date shown, Katie lying. Okay, so it's somebody else reposting this where it's showing that Katie is lying? Maybe. Because it has this clip right here, and it says, you spoke to the Clippers, right? I did. Who did you talk to? The director of entertainment and the VP of HR. The director is a friend of mine. I copied the VP to make sure it didn't get lost. And it says the mascots and 7M LA Clippers contract. What is this? Well, this, my friends, is, well, I'm trying not to swear. All right, so we're just going to go over there and say, okay, what is this? This is actually supposed to be Katie Joy talking about who she talked to, or is this Katie Joy asking the questions of who did she talk to? Which way is this saying is Katie Joy? Either way, it's saying that she's involved in something. Very, very close to something else. Exhibit J. Now we're going to go back here. And this is an email, and it's sent from on August 23rd. What is this? From Alexi Adrian to Amber Stavig. Says, I left a message. They said that they return calls within 3 hours. Very truly yours, Alexi Adrian, for paralegal. So it's a paralegal for Robert Shin's side on the 25th. I don't know what this is or why this is an exhibit, but maybe the truth will reveal itself. I try not to look ahead so that I can give you guys my honest and raw reactions as I learn here, just like you. Okay, so now we're going to go here. We've got Exhibit K. And again, this is August 23rd. We're going to look over here because we had some other dates where we had August 25th. So we have some of these other dates going on. So this is where we had things going back and forth on August 25th. So now we've got this going August 23rd. So this is the day after Katie Joy had done all of the stuff. Some other emails back and forth. This is probably back where they are talking about trying to schedule with the court. And this may be what was referenced between Amber and Graham in the last episode. That would make sense. Because it says here, Alexi Adrian to Amber Stavig. Says, I called twice and left 2 messages for the clerk. I also emailed him last week with no reply. Okay. Very truly yours, Lexi. Now at the bottom of this on August 8th. So look at this. This is an email that is at. Because it says August 8th here. But then that's August 23rd. So this sat there for a couple of weeks. Amber sends this to Alexi on the 8th and says, can you print and save all of these? Did we ever hear back from the court on this one? I thought we did, but I don't remember. We might need to just e-file correspondence on this one to get them to change the dates. Okay. Interesting. And we're going to go back here and it says thanks. And then it has Amber's. Okay. So not too much there, but it shows that they're trying to do something, trying to schedule. Maybe this is their proof where they did this in response to what Graham was talking to them about messing with the schedules. So this is the paralegal again to Amber. And this is the 23rd in the morning. And it says... Okay, so now we see that it is to the court. It says, hello, Mr. Mickelson. I left a message for you with no response. I understand that voicemail does not always get to the corresponding person. A scheduling order was issued on July 18th, 2022, and the dates are conflicting as Judge Michelle Davis has not issued her order on the motion to dismiss. We are requesting an amended scheduling order be issued after Judge Michelle Davis has issued her order on the motion to dismiss. If you have any questions, please contact Amber J. Stavik. Very truly yours, Alexi Adrian. Okay. So we have her saying that she left a voicemail. We don't have another CC where it shows that the court is involved. So we're going to have to say that, okay, we trust her phone calls. Okay, so that's Exhibit L. Let's go to M. Now, what is this? I want to include everything. Exhibit M has an example of a court case. Okay? It is not this court case. It looks to me as if the paperwork is referring to a much different case, and it's in LexisNexis. Why it is filed here, I don't know. This looks like a very interesting case, and I'd like to read it, but not right now. It looks like there's some topics here that I may not be able to monetize if I were to read it. So that is, I'm going to table this for a different day. It looks like then this next one is Exhibit N. And it's, so basically when there were different cases cited, then these are the full readings of the case. So that way, if the cases are cited, then the judge can look through these cases and see, okay, this is how and why similar courts have ruled with a similar situation. Okay, that's my best glean on what we're seeing here. Now, Exhibit P has something a little bit different. And it has another one of Katie Joy's things. And as we can see, there's the word I was looking for right here. Here's the emoji for it. A big freaking turd. So it says here. So without a crystal ball, reports. On the day that Homeland Security raided Josh Duggar's work, he accused the TOR browser to watch he accessed the TOR browser to watch adult content. The titles of his searches related to... I'm not going to say that. Can you read that? Okay. And then it says his attorneys did not want this known to the jury. The jury did not learn this detail during the trial. Okay. And then people are saying this. This is on Instagram. So I'm going to see how much of this I can read, because it says Josh Duggar watched adult content on the day of the raid with searches related to, and once again, she has the turd emoji. And it says, Mr. Gelfand, Your Honor, the main issue is the significant prejudicial value of the names of the files, which I don't think are necessary to include for the government to basically get its point across. And I apologize for the graphic nature of this that's in trial. But some of these files will be names like... and she has the turd emoji. Just things that might evoke the same concerns about visceral objections on conduct that's not even alleged to be illegal. And it's not necessary if they want to establish the fact that someone was using the TOR browser on the iPhone even to look at. I don't know why that is something that anybody needs to know. I don't know. Yeah. All right. Classy. Okay, and then here's more of that LexisNexis here. Just kind of more included in here. And the way that it, you can see it has like page of 404, blah, blah, blah. So keeping those in there, definitely interesting. And then so that was Exhibit O. So P should have been... okay, P should have been there. O, P, Q, R, S. So then we've got Q. I would look for the Duggars to be the next party that files a lawsuit against Katie Joy, in my opinion. With my crystal ball, I say. I don't know why she goes so hard for the Duggars. Okay, so look at this. we have here, and this is kind of hard to read. It's an Instagram post that so Amber had in Exhibit Q. And this is the one where it says, okay, so she puts a copy of her. She puts a copy of the lawsuit. So it says 7M and Robert Shin, and it says you are being sued. Plaintiff has started a lawsuit against you. Okay, so she puts that, and she puts game on. Counterclaims coming your way. Oh. Whoa, and it's hard to see, and it says, "Let's get discovered. Let's." Let's go. Discovery is about to get real. This is not filed in court. They have some power service which awards the court in Minnesota. We will vigorously defend the claims, and we will counter with suits against them for the pages smearing me. This will not stop my coverage of the situation. They are something, a lawsuit against them as defamation made by me. And there's other things here. I probably have this somewhere else, but I will try and get a more clear copy or take a screenshot of the computer. Sorry about that. But this is where, and this is what they see. And you don't do this. When you are under litigation, when somebody is suing you, you don't go like, okay, here you go. Game on. Counterclaims coming your way. Haha, here we go. Let's go. No, you don't do that. I can't imagine that her attorney was pleased to see that. That's what I'm going to say. So then we have another case in which was referenced, and it has the LexisNexis summary and briefing. And so that can, the judges can see, or the judge can see kind of where the ruling judge wrote his dissent in and why he ruled in the ways that he did. And that is going to end that way. Oh, look at my pretty stationery. I had a hard time because I didn't want to, when I bought this stationery, I didn't want to write on her because she's so pretty. So I was writing in the things, and then have my Tinkerbell stationery too. So that's going to wrap up this episode. It's a shorter one. It's got a lot going on with it, and I think it's okay that some of them are shorter, just so we're not overwhelmed. Thank you so much for listening. Thanks for interacting, and please like and share and subscribe if you would be so kind to do so. And that wraps up our part 18 of our series with many balls. Thanks for listening. Bye-bye.